Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Mr. James.
It's good to be here. It's a great forum today. A lot of good ideas have been exchanged. But there's one thing that continues to evade us in government. It's common sense. Common sense tells us that when 40% of our children drop out before they graduate, something is wrong. Common sense tells us that when we've doubled the funding in education over a decade and ACT scores have gone up 1%, we have a long way to go. Common sense tells us that when the enrollment slots in some of our universities go to out-of-state kids first, and a good Alabama senior with a strong B average and a 21 or 22 when ACT can't get in, you go, what is going on? We own these universities. Where is common sense in Alabama? I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman. I've spent my entire career building companies here in Alabama, taking risks, creating real payroll that exists today, living with the consequences of my decisions. Not once has anybody ever bailed me out of anything. This is what's wrong with Alabama. I will tell you this. I want to tell you a story. A few years ago, some partners and I got together. We built a project right here in Baldwin County. It's called the Foley Beach Express. I'm very proud of it. It was an evacuation corridor. It was arguably the most important development project ever in Baldwin County. It opened up the entire southeastern quadrant to development. Property value went from $2,000 an acre to as high as $50,000 an acre. 13 miles of four-lane highway. We built it in 13 months. That is a mile a month. We need to take this out of the box, this entrepreneurial way of thinking to government. We will fix problems that we've danced around for years. I don't have to tell you that these are not the best of times economically. I've spent an entire career in business, the ups and downs, the struggles. I've been in the ditch a couple of times, and you know you just keep digging and scratching and fighting to get out of it. Just like I know many businessmen and women in this room are doing today. I have a lot of confidence in this great state. I can tell you this, it is my background, this long career in business. I've seen it all. I've been where every one of you have been right now as you struggle. This is why I am best equipped to lead this state during these fragile and very concerning economic days. I wish I could tell you that I think it's over, but I don't. I think this is going to be a long, tough road. And you need a governor that's been through it all before. Thank you so much. I want to take a minute and introduce my wife, Angela, real quick. We've been married 25 years. I, like most of you fellas, I'm married up as well, especially you.
Always a safe thing to say about your wife. Very good. Treasurer Ivey.
Thank you, BCA. This is a well-done forum. And I appreciate my colleagues. And I appreciate their participation. You know, competition in politics is just as healthy as it is in business. As Alabamians, we have more that unites us than divides us as we look toward our aspirations for independence and opportunity and entrepreneurship. Working with each other, not at each other, we can establish priorities for spending that will include facts, dialogue, transparency, and accountability to develop programs and spending patterns that will be worthy of the people's trust. Every candidate up here in all my lifetime has had vision. And we've all talked about things we want to have happen. But now we must have results. When we talk about jobs, I'm the only candidate that's ever worked at ADO. I know how to recruit and locate new businesses. I know how to help our communities get ready. We talk about improving K through 12, student learning at high standard. I'm the only one that's been a school teacher and know about that learning curve, and 13 years in higher education with the funding formula, and understand why tuition is going out of reach for so many of our Alabama families. Thirdly, I've had experience by reducing administrative overhead, and so it's not that I want to do it. I know what and how to do it and have demonstrated that I can do that. It's time for results, folks. Time for results with priority. It's got to be the kind of priorities that make sense. Common sense. And Alabama can indeed continue to achieve its potential. Yes, we can. We're making some strides now. We're in the right direction, and we can achieve even more if we work together, if we have dialogue, and if we insist that our tax dollars are spent on priorities and sound fiscal practices. The goal is no new tax or no tax increase. And so I offer my commitment and my track record of getting results to the people of Alabama. And also I offer the hands-on experience and working knowledge that I have as state treasurer, working with the state's finances and the state's budgets, all of them, to being able to be well informed, more so than the average bear, upon taking the oath of office in the matter of state's finances and funding. And so, friends of BCA, I've been coming with you a long time. I continue to ask for your partnership, for your support, for your vote, because we're all working for a very positive business climate and quality of life.
Thank you, Treasurer. We are out of time. Thank you.
Thank
Again,
you.
You've all done so well with the time. We greatly appreciate that. The lights will still come on for the closing arguments. 3 minutes, and the green light again giving you 15 seconds, which it is harder to wrap up after talking for 2 minutes and 40